The latest chapter of One Piece gave us an understanding about how things work among the Beast Pirates, how they gain their rank, how they gain their status. We know everything with the Beast Pirate. With the Beast Pirate deals with power, and the stronger you get, the higher your rank improves. So everything about them is so interesting. The Beast Pirates are currently looking like the most amazing pirate crew, right after Shanks. We know Big Mama and her pirate crew. The relationship between them is just so messed up. Blackbeard, I don't even want to think about Blackbeard. So Kaido's crew is looking so amazing currently. In the latest chapter, we get to hear that anyone who finds Kaido's son will be given the chance to face off against one of the All-Stars. Any of the Flying Six who finds Kaido's son, Yamato, will be given the chance to choose an All-Star he would like to go up against in order to take over the All-Star or take the All-Star's position. So this is very exciting and this is so amazing to think about. We know the All-Stars are all monsters. Jack is so powerful that it's crazy to think anyone could defeat him. Any of the Flying Six could defeat him in combat. He fought the main leaders for 5 days and 5 nights, survived that battle, went ahead to face up against Marines, survived that battle. That's amazing thing about Jack has been through a lot and his character development has improved all over the chapters. He fought against Ashura Doji and came out fine. We know his durability is just incredible to think about, and everything about him is so exciting. Queen also has an incredible devil fruit, and his mythical devil fruit is just amazing to think about. He was able to take attacks from Big Mama. He was knocked out but recovered instantly and knocked Big Mama out, helping her recover her memories. So Queen is not to be underestimated, and everything about Queen is amazing to think about. Ken is the most mysterious one among the All-Stars. He was able to knock off Big Mama's pirates. We know Ken Kid is not to be underestimated. He's the right-hand man of Kaido, and he's supposed to be the strongest right after Kaido. I don't think any of the Flying Snake is gonna challenge Kaido or Ken in any regard. Queen, I could see them challenging. Jack, I could see them challenging, but I don't think any of them would like to challenge Ken or Kaido. We know if any of them chooses Kaido, he's gonna be disappointed like hell. So the Flying Six are looking very interesting currently in Wano. The hype around them is real. Oda is trying his best to hype them to show that they are very powerful individuals. He then dropped a bomb that they were all pirate captains of their own fleets and they are not supposed to be underestimated. So that means they were all once like Kid, Luffy, Law, X-Drake. They were all like that. They all had that kind of power but fell to Kaido and had to work under Kaido. So they are not to be underestimated. So this video is going to be interesting. In this video, I talk about potential matchups that could happen among the Flying Six and the All-Stars. We know among the Flying Six, there are two individuals who actually want to fight these All-Stars for their position. We have Who Is Who and Sasaki. They are the two who have been portrayed to be willing to fight any of the All-Stars. And Kaido says that they will have the right to choose any All-Star they would like to challenge. They could choose Ken, they could choose Queen, they could choose Jack. So that's up to them, and anything they want to do, he will allow it. So in this video, we discuss the potential matchup that might happen. So starting with Who Is Who. Let's say Who Is Who finds Kaido's son and brings him to Kaido. Who Is Who is looking like the strongest Flying Six, but we don't know who is the strongest yet. I don't think S-Drake is the strongest, but Who Is Who is looking so badass, and the smirk he has on his face after hearing the reward for finding Kaido's son is amazing to think about. We know Kaido is a man of his word, and he likes power, and everything about him has to deal with gaining more power, gaining more strength, making his crew the strongest, creating the worst war that has happened in the One Piece universe. So I know it's gonna happen. Oda is setting the stage for these battles to happen between the Flying Six and the All-Stars. It might be a way for him to reduce the fighters that the Alliance have to fight. It's something that the One Piece community should talk about, because if they are weakened after their battle among themselves, it will make it easier for the Alliance to actually defeat them and defeat fewer strong members. We know they are all strong in their own right. So Who Is Who versus the All-Stars? I don't think he's choosing Kane. He's choosing to face off against Kane. He looks like a smart individual. He knows that Ken is the most powerful and the most strongest writer. So I don't think he's choosing Ken in any resort. With Queen or Jack, I do think he might choose one of those two because it was said in the previous chapter that what would happen if Queen were to die in in if something was to happen and Queen was supposed to die, who would take over as the next All Star? We all thought it was S Drake till we got an understanding about how things work. So I do think who would like to challenge Queen or Jack. We don't know much about the Flying Six, but I do think who is a powerful foe and was a powerful captain before he lost to Kaido. So his fight against Jack might be preferable because Jack looks like the weakest among the All-Stars and is the weakest among the All-Stars. So he will have a better chance facing off against Jack than facing off against Queen. So I do think who might choose between Queen or Jack. He's crazy, so he might choose Kane himself and lose in that battle. Oda has not developed Kane yet, and I'm not sure he's gonna let him be defeated by someone who is not relevant to the Beast Pirate. Who is strong, but he's not as relevant as Kane is to the Beast Pirate. Right after that, I think Sasaki would also love a chance to face off against these All-Stars to take over their position. He looks like someone who wants to dine with Kaido, someone who wants to have drinks with Kaido. He looks like someone who is focused on having fun with Kaido. And we know Kaido respects the strong and always wants to recruit the strongest to his crew, with Luffy, trying to break Luffy's will. He tried doing that with Kid, trying to break Kid's will, but we know how their wills, the will of Luffy and Kid they are very strong, and something like that is not going to break their will. So we know Kaido likes strong people, and Sasaki wants to have a drink with Kaido. So the only way to do this is actually defeat an All-Star. I do think he's also going to choose between Queen and Jack. There's no way he's going to choose Ken. Ken has to be let out of this competition. Ken is a vice captain. Let's think about it. He's a vice captain. He's as strong as Katakuri was. He's as strong as Marco was. He's as strong as Ben Beckman. So facing off against him would just be crazy. But the Flying Six are looking crazy, and it might happen, and that would be so exciting. I just can't wait for it to happen. So right after Sasaki, I have page 1. Page 1, I don't think is defeating Jack. He was easily beaten by Sanji, and I think Jack is almost stronger than Sanji. So there's no way page 1 is defeating Jack in any result. Not to mention Queen or King. So page 1 is out of this discussion. Ulti is looking like a badass. So far the best TOBI ROPPO among the bunch. She's able to speak up to Kaido, act as if she doesn't care. Someone with that character must be very powerful to talk like that to Kaido. Kaido is a beast. He's the strongest creature existing in the One Piece universe. So Ulti talking back to him like that is just amazing to think about. This might show that Ulti is very powerful in her own right, and there's a possibility of her facing off against these All-Stars. Page 1 out, Ulti, yes, I give her a chance of winning against Jack, but not Queen. Strong women are amazing to think about, and Ulti's behavior just makes her look so amazing, and the hype around Ulti is so real. We want to see how strong she is and why she could talk back to Kaido like that. So I do think she's going to face off against Jack, but not Queen, because Queen will be too much for her. Right after Ulti, we have Black Maria. Black Maria is looking like she will be so strong. She's like a giant. She's the tallest among the Flying Six. Let's think about this. She's a lady and she's that big. And we know big women in One Piece are very strong. See Big Mama, see Smoothie. So Black Maria is not to be underestimated. And her design is just amazing to think about. Everything about her says powerful, says strong, says smart, says analytical, says she uses her mind. We know she figured out that the information Kaido is keeping a secret has to do with her son. So we know that she uses her head in battle. So she might be very powerful. And I think I give her a chance of facing off against Queen or Jack. She might choose Queen based on her character and how her character is being portrayed. She might choose to face off against Queen. All of the TOBI ROPPO would like to fight Queen because of Queen's character and how he portrays himself among the Beast Pirates. Page 1 is not winning against Zack or Queen, but I do think Black Maria has a chance against Queen or Jack. Right after Black Maria, we have X Drake. X Drake is a supernova. We know he had a bounty. His bounty is very high and he has his own crew. We know he works for Sword. He's a pirate at the same time a marine. He's an undercover marine. We know he's very powerful. His devil fruit is crazy to think about. X Drake could fight off against Zoro and give Zoro a hard time defeating him. So I do think he has a chance against Jack. But with Queen, I don't think he has a chance. Because Queen is just too strong and powerful for him. Because Queen has an advanced devil fruit as compared with his devil fruit. I use Haki. I do think Queen also uses Haki. And he's a very powerful opponent. So I do think X Drake might choose to face off against Jack, not Queen or King. I do think page 1 is the weakest flying six. And the strongest is Hoisu or Sasaki. They look like the strongest and they look like people who are determined to defeat the All-Stars. So I do think that's what is going to happen. So that's all for this video. There's more to come and there's more analysis to happen. You know, there's more to talk about events happening in Wano currently. So I'll be dropping a lot of videos. So if you like this video, like my channel, subscribe to my channel. It's a new channel. We talk about anime and everything related to anime, One Piece, Black Clover. I'm now watching Demon Slayer, so the review will be out later. A review about One Punch Man will be out later. A lot of things are going to happen on this channel, so subscribe to my channel because this channel is going to be late and fire. Peace.